There are nights he can't sleep. Sometimes those nights stretch into weeks. Then most athletes pack recovery shakes, protein bars, and carefully measured supplements. His bag holds panic attack medication, antidepressants, and sleeping pills. That is Lokesh Sathyanathan, the new indoor NCAA champion.
I still have issues in my neck, the cervical spine. So I have a tiny bulge. So I have to do treatments like every, once or twice a week in my neck. So if not, I get vertigo or real dizziness. And so from that accident, I even got like tinnitus, ringing ears. So there are nights I can't, go to sleep for straight 1 week, or for 2 weeks. And ever since I came here, and literally after 3 weeks of coming here, I lost my grandmom, who literally I saw back home, who I grew up with. I had sleeping issues for almost 3.5 months, from September to mid of January, and I was in the anti-depression pills and also sleeping pills. So I was rarely sleeping in between, like 4 or 5 hours rarely, then wake up, go to my classes, do my training, and come back.
That's the reality he carries every single day. And yet, Lokesh has just broken the Indian indoor national record in long jump. Not once, but twice in a month.
It does plays a huge role, sir. It does interrupt in my training, but that is something I've kept working on. I think I'm, like I say myself, is like, no matter what, I'm just gonna show up. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna sleep this one day or this week. I didn't have proper sleep, but eventually I'm gonna fall asleep. But do I have to keep that an excuse? Skip my training? It's like, no. It's like, because every day is an opportunity to be better. So I just go out there, train, and come back, make myself like tired and try to fall asleep, or plug some white noise background music to match the noise, or play some songs and try to fall asleep.
It all began far from the long jump pit.
After my soccer, my dad took me to Kantirwa Stadium, and it was Coach Ramesh. That's where I started my track and field under him. And then that's when he first said, he's like, hey, you're going to do your 100 meters and long jump. And I had no idea what does that mean. And all I said was yes. And then there was a first competition in Sai Bengaluru. I clocked like 14.27 seconds in 100 and jumped like 354 something from behind the board. And then won 2 gold, and that was my first beginning. And ever since then, I've just like holding on to it. I have done like hurdles and 200 meters and triple jump in between, to just try them out in school. I was pretty good at them, but I was always, driven by, I was more passionate about doing long jump and sprints.
From a football crazy kid to track and field athlete at the Kantivida Stadium to the NCAA, Lokesh's journey wasn't straightforward. A weight room accident in the second year meant 2 surgeries and starting from scratch all over again.
So when I came here, I joined University of New Mexico. Then it was a pretty good freshman season for me, because that's when I first jumped 8 meters in the conference championship, and also I had the conference record as well as the performer of the year for my conference. And I made it to the finals in my first year of NCAA as well. And second year, unfortunately, it didn't go as well as I thought, because I transferred to a different university with my coach, because he transferred there. And then there was a pretty hard time there, because during a training session in the weight room, like my teammate has to like just drop the weights on my leg, and it pretty much impacted me in a bigger way, because I had to go through 2 surgeries. So I started my career with the football as well. And then so the only thing I used to do is, whenever the ball comes to me, I just used to like run as fast as I can with the ball. And that's when my dad was like, hey, what you doing? I was like, I don't know, I'm just doing my thing. Then he's like, okay, then this is like, then that's when he came up to me. He's like, this is not where you belong to somewhere else.
But this season, he wasn't chasing a mark, just getting his landing right, where most of his distance was being lost.
That I don't actually, have a specific mark to chase in my mind, because I think that puts a limit on your mind as well as your potential. So I don't set a specific target or a mark, rather than I just, work towards being better each day or each time. Every time I compete, I want to be, do good or greater things than last time I did for the last time. So that is actually the thing. And yeah, if you ask me, like, is there the competitions? Yeah, obviously there are, upcoming, international championships and many this year, like Asian Games and Commonwealth Games and everything. Obviously, unfortunately, I think since like I jumped it like after the last date of qualification time for World Indoors. I think I couldn't make it up, but I'm fortunate enough to have the other opportunities ahead of me.
And when it all came together, he broke the national record. Then he broke it again. Backed by the Reliance Foundation, Lokesh doesn't set a target distance. He says that it puts a limit on one's mind. Every time he competes, he just wants to do something greater than the last time.